Greetings again, gang. Still here in the never-ending quest to get as prepared as possible for whatever life throws at us. Now, I want to run something by you here real quick. We all know the phrase, 2 is 1, 1 is none, right? And I want you to think about something real quick. The appliances you have, particularly your refrigerator or your freezer, okay? Do you have a backup? I doubt it, okay? Not a whole lot of us, certainly not me, keep a spare refrigerator out in the garage just in case the one you have goes bad. So I want to throw something at you real quick. We have talked about the news that came out last week about the potential for Iran detonating an EMP, which would wipe out everything electric. We have obviously seen what's going on in Texas with the 6 power grids going down yesterday, and ERCOT warning everybody, saying, hey, reduce your power usage, whatever it would be. But the one thing preppers are really good about is storing food. Until we can't, all right? Now, what do you have in the way of backup in case of a SHTF situation? Longer term, okay? I'm not talking about a day of the power outage. I'm talking about a week, a month, forever, okay? You need refrigeration for a lot of things. Now, let's throw something like this. Are you diabetic? Do you have insulin? Insulin needs to be refrigerated, okay? What about something like, I don't know, erythromycin or medications that your kids take or you take or whatever, that once you reconstitute them, they have to be refrigerated. The one thing we're not going to have access to in any sort of SHTF situation is ice, okay? Maybe in the wintertime, sure, okay? But it doesn't get a whole lot cold here for me to put a tray of water out and get ice. So, have to have a solution, right? Now, Elliott over at Wellbots is very helpful for all of us, coming up with ideas and trying to give us solutions for what to do. So Elliott got a hold of me a couple of weeks ago and talked to me about this one particular product that I'm going to show you here in a second. And so I got it on Thursday, and I've been putting it through the paces. And basically what it is a solar-powered refrigerator slash freezer slash cooler. Interesting, huh? No power. Sunlight might help. So let me take you over there and we'll take a look at this. Okay, so this is what we've got here. This is a Lion cooler, made in America. All right, company's based out of California. It is a 52-quart, basically, electric cooler. Now, this thing will hold 2.5 cases of beer slash Coke, case and a half, a bottle of water, whatever would be. If you look in there, it's a good-sized cooler. It's even got a light so you can see it if you're out using this late at night, okay? I ran this through the tests. You can see I've currently, well, now it's 10 degrees because the top's been open while I'm doing this. But if I close this back on down, okay? I ran this through the tests to see how long it would take to cool. Now, when I got it, took it out of the box, it was 71 degrees in the house, right? It took me about 40 minutes to get this down to 32 degrees. It took about an hour and 10 minutes to take it from 71 to 0, all right? So, all the way down to a freezer. Depending on what you need, that is very helpful. Now, how does this thing work? The cool part is this is something that you could use totally off-grid. It can be charged through the wall outlet. It can be charged through the cigarette adapter in your car. It can hook up to solar panels. All right. So if you get into a complete grid down situation where you got no power, you can still keep whatever you need cold. Now, the battery right in front, is right there where the little green light is, very easily accessible. I ran a test on this to see how long the battery would hold a charge, okay? Depending on what they claim, I wanted to see real life. At freezing mode, it held a charge for almost 12 hours, okay, before it was finally done, the battery. In refrigeration mode, it held a charge for over 24. Now, that's pretty cool. The nice part about it is what Elliott did for us, is we get 2 batteries. The even better part for this is you can charge the battery either in the cooler or outside it. So if you've got 2 batteries, you can be using one and hooked up to your solar panels or whatever, and charging the battery as you're using it, and you can hook up the second battery and charge it so you can flip it out over and over and over again, so you've always got a charge to it. So let me show you what comes with this thing. Okay, so back to my normal chair here. But so Elliott put a package together for all of y'all, for all of us, if we want to participate. And I know this isn't something that is necessary for everybody, but I kind of want to talk about it here, and I'll get into a little bit of why I think this might be a decent solution for some people, okay? The package that he put together, and I'll show it to you here so you can look at it as well, all right, is the 50A 52 quart cooler, an extra battery, the battery chargers, every which way and you can shake a stick at, okay, then the little things, a pouch and a cup holder that can attach to the back, a tie-down rope, you know, that sort of stuff, okay. That's all definitely a good package. The retail price on this, if you got everything, would be $1,053, okay, if you went and bought it from the company. Elliott put this package together for us for $799, plus also gave us another discount code for another $25 off. So you're getting this at what, $774 and free shipping. Okay, now, like I said, this isn't necessarily for everybody, but I want you to think about a couple of things here. If you've got your solar generators, your EcoFlow Delta or whatever it is, like I've talked about many times, okay, you're going to plug that into your refrigerator and you're good to go. But of course, if the refrigerator breaks, then you're SOL. First point. The reason that I look at this more than anything else is the portability of it. And I've talked about portability in many things, like my solar panels and whatever would be. Why I'd rather have portable stuff. Okay. None of us plan on bugging out, but none of us know if we might have to. Okay. Now, if you've got something like this, it's a way to take some food with you, probably your meats, all right, to wherever you go. And if you are out in the woods somewhere, at least now you have a way to keep some of that food fresh for a while. Or your medicines, which is where I really think this could come into play in an SHTF situation. The other one, I'm going to give you this, and I mean, granted, this isn't how they view it, okay? You know, the company looks at it, oh, this is great for camping or tailgating or barbecues. Sure, okay, in a regular, normal world scenario, it'd be very useful for something like that. I had something similar 20 years ago, didn't charge on solar, that when I lived in Indiana and I'd go visit family in Chicago, which is 3.5-hour drive, if we brought food with us for holidays or whatever it is, I had one of these coolers I could plug into the cigarette lighter, and I had a refrigeration unit back in the car. Worked great. Same concept here, we've just added the solar to it. So I like the fact of portability. But look at it this way. In an SHTF situation, you're out hunting/fishing, okay? And most of you, I'm betting, don't live right on a lake or are hunting out your backyard. So it's not going to be convenient to haul back your catch, whatever it would be, as a whole deal. You're out on a lake somewhere, half an hour from home, for example. You're catching fish. How do you bring the fish home? Well, usually keep a cooler full of water. You throw all the fish in there. You throw it in the back of the truck, and you drive home, and the water splashes all over the place, and whatever it would be. A lot of places you go, you can fillet the fish right there. Great, fillet the fish right there. Wrap it up in paper, wrap it up in plastic, throw it in the cooler, and start freezing it on the way home. Okay, protecting it. You go out hunting, you get a deer. Now, this is specifically for SHTF situation. You are almost definitely going to want to at least preliminarily butcher that deer out in the field somewhere. Okay? Cut off the parts that you want, leave whatever you don't. I mean, you see all the videos of guys bringing home a deer on the hood of the truck or whatever it is. In an SHTF situation, that's not going to be a good idea. Why? Well, as you're driving along, you are advertising to anybody that's watching you that you got a deer, okay? And the second thing is, once you get it back to your camp, your home, whatever it would be, you're going to have to dispose of that somewhere, and there isn't going to be trash pickup or anything of the sort like that. So you're going to have to get rid of it. So now what you are potentially doing is inviting not only other people to your house because they see you have food, but you're inviting critters, bugs, and disease. So if you can field butcher it and throw it in a cooler, keep it fresh as you're going back home, there's another idea. I can see multiple uses for this for a prepper. It's not for everybody. I will say that again, okay? Given my druthers, I would say primarily get yourself a small solar generator and use that for the fridge at home. After you have something like primary, then you work on secondary, okay? Backups to your backups. This would be a good backup cooling source for whatever you have. So, short review. I mean, if you go watch Hobo Tech, for example, he does a very in-depth review on it, stuff like that, okay? Not a big deal. I wanted to show you this. I tried it out. It works nicely. It's lightweight, easy to carry. It's got wheels. It's got a telescopic handle like your carry-on luggage, whatever it is. So, I mean, in that respect, it's good. The package Elliott put together is very generous. But, as you always know, generosity is something Elliott's also noted for. So, we are going to give away one of these entire packages: generator, extra battery chargers, whole 9 yards, again, car, solar, long solar cable too, guys. Does not come with solar panels, I will say that. So you got to have solar panels, but it'll work with any solar panels you want. Again, you know which ones I recommend, and it'll work fine with those two. Same connectors, the MC4s. So, these little deals right here. So, if you are interested in winning one of these, we will do the giveaway on Tuesday night on the live stream. Again, as always, you must make a comment on this video only with the state in which you live, and we will do the drawing on Tuesday night. It will be a must be present to win drawing again. So the live stream is at 8 o'clock Eastern on Tuesday night, this coming Tuesday, which will be what, the 17th. This video only to get your entry in. That gives you guys, what, 2 days to do it? 2.5? I think that's plenty of time to get everything you need. So, this video only, put the state, continental U.S. only, 48 contiguous states, that is it. Sorry, again, they can't ship overseas and everything like that, or out of the country without getting drastically expensive. But if you're interested in getting one of these, I'll put the link to the specific bundle like I showed you there below, and I'll put the link, or I'll put the coupon code as well, so you guys can take advantage of, or at least take a look at, something that would be a backup. Enjoy. Pinball out.